Hi, this is Dale Sorgen, one of your candidates for the office of Governor of the great state of Washington, and this is a moment to imagine liberty. The Washington State Constitution, Article 9, Section 1, makes it clear that it's the responsibility of every hard-working, tax-paying citizen to give of their hard-earned money to pay for the education of all of the children within its borders. It says this: it's the paramount duty of the state to make ample provision for the education of all children residing within its borders without distinction or preference on account of race, color, caste, or sex. Interestingly enough, though, it does not mention here what responsibility a parent has in providing for the education of their own children. And therein lies the great question: what then, as hard-working, tax-paying citizens of our great state, is our responsibility in regards to the education of our state's children? Clearly, by choosing to live here, we agree that we'll allow the state to take a portion of our money that we earn to provide for our own family in order to pay for the state to educate all of the other children. But what is the taxpayer's responsibility, and what is the parent or guardian's responsibility? It may be simplistic, but it's my opinion that the only true responsibility that the hard-working taxpayer should have is providing the money necessary to provide excellent school facilities, excellent teachers and administrators. To take any more money than that from the taxpayer to give to educate someone else's child seems unconscionable to me. If this is not where we draw the line when we're taking people's money for education, then there'll never be a line drawn. Given that, I suggest that one of the first actions we should consider is to end the school bus program that carries our children to and from school. Here are 5 reasons why. Number 1, school bus programs blur the lines between the responsibility of the taxpayer and the responsibility of the parent or guardian. If it's the paramount duty of the tax-paying citizen to provide an excellent education, how can it not be the paramount duty of the parent or guardian to get them to and from school for that excellent school? School bus programs diminish the sacrifice and hard work of tax-paying citizens who give greatly to pay for excellent schools. It's disrespectful to require taxpayers to pay for schools and then also require that they pay to get students to the school. If the taxpayer is funding excellent schools, then parents or guardians should be willing to go to whatever means necessary to get their children to the school to be educated. Number 3, school bus programs are costly and contribute absolutely nothing toward creating greatness in our schools. If anything, they contribute to a culture of accepted mediocrity. Number 4, school bus programs hinder our ability to build a sense of community because many parents never have to meet their neighbors and work out plans for getting their kids to school. The opportunity for parents to be involved and appreciate the help of their neighbors and the ability to help their neighbors, that's an important part of what could and what should bond a community together. And number 5, school bus programs are simply unfair to the taxpayer. This is in no way diminishes the importance of every child or the desire that every person has to see the child raised in a great home with a great education. But it absolutely cannot be the responsibility of the taxpayer to also be required to pay for other children to get to school. The education of our children is paramount, but it's also paramount that we respect the hard-working taxpayer. It is, after all, their money. I invite you to check out our website at www.imagineliberty.us to find out more about our Imagine Liberty campaign. If you've already decided that all our public schools need is just a bit more money with just a few minor changes and everything will be okay, then you're in luck, because one of the political sides will probably have a candidate that's just right for you. But if you're willing, I would like to invite you to join us this year and break the cycle and have the courage to think independent.